Hey folks, Rick Berube here for another Facebook Live. We have from the lovely Southwest office, also Women's Council President, and also I hear rumors, Bobbie Starr, by the way, everybody, that you are running. Okay, you know that's Paul. Okay, sorry, that's the DJ noise, but there we go. All right, and we are in the studio today, if you can't tell. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Bobbie Starr. Okay, Bobbie, welcome to the show. All right, we always have fun doing these with you. Tell us a little about yourself, excuse me, and all that good stuff. How long you been doing this? Maybe just a little background.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to everyone. I have zero lipstick on. So it melted in my car. It's currently 110 degrees in Vegas, and I have no lipstick. But besides that, I'm in great spirits. I have been licensed since 1999.
Nice.
Woo!
Yes.
You want me to tell you more about myself?
A little bit more, just a little bit more, yeah.
All right. So I got my license in 1999. I have worked for two companies. One bought the other company. So I've really been a Berkshire Hathaway Prudential agent my entire career for the most part. I am currently the president of the Women's Council of Realtors Las Vegas network. And besides that, I enjoy gardening and swimming in my pool.
And long walks on the beach.
And long walks on the beach. Actually, I don't miss the beach. I'm from Laguna.
All right. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I love Las Vegas too. I love California. I was there for a short time living in San Diego, but I would much rather live here. When I tell people that, they're like, "Are you out of your mind?" No, I am not out of my mind, right? It's a great place
People
to
ask
live.
me that all the time. How could you leave the beach and come to the desert? And when you grow up on the beach and then you become a certain age and you have to work for a living, you don't get to spend time at the beach. The
Right.
unfortunate thing is my skin's already destroyed. So the fact that I grew up in Laguna is obvious by my chest, not
I got you.
skin on my chest. But I love the desert. No offense to those of you who live in California. I lived there my entire life, but there is no place like Las Vegas.
No place like Las Vegas, baby. I mean, I love it too. It's such a great place to live. The weather, you got the mountains here, you got all kinds of stuff. The lake, and also the entertainment is off the charts, and the restaurants. It's a great place to live. And you've been
Food,
selling.
shopping, entertainment. There is no better place. I agree, Rick.
I've been here for 12 years, and it's changed dramatically. I can remember when I moved here, that beautiful building. Now there's two of them, and a parking garage in downtown Summerlin, was just a steel frame. Right? And look at it now. I mean, it must have been massive changes since you've been here since 99, right? Or in real estate.
Well, actually, I got my license in 99, but I moved to Las Vegas in 1991.
Wow.
And when I moved to Las Vegas, Green Valley Parkway didn't go through. It stopped, and it was a dirt road. There was no Summerlin. Sorry about that, everyone. Green Valley was just being built. Or Green Valley Ranch, rather, the master plan of Green Valley Ranch was just being built. And I've seen some changes for sure. I've seen changes for the better and changes for the worst.
Yes.
I love that we live in a metropolitan city. Sorry, I just interrupted you. I love our metropolitan city. I love our shopping, our restaurants. Sure, our home prices are climbing up, but I came from Laguna, and I still think it's a very affordable place to live. Lots of opportunity.
It sure is. It sure is. And so tell us a little bit about Women's Council. I mean, I know it's a crazy group because I was just with you guys a couple weeks ago, but tell them a little about what you do for them and all that good stuff.
So in the early 1900s, women weren't allowed to have a council or be on a board of realtors. So
Right.
women created their own, thus Women's Council. Even though we're about 30% men, we will hold the name as we're a charter forever. I am the president of the Las Vegas network. We have about 300 members. And it's amazing. It's a great leadership opportunity for someone who's looking to be a leader in the community, not to mention within the LVR, our Las Vegas Association. But it's a great networking opportunity. When I first started in the business, I started with a company called Century 21 Money World, which Prudential purchased. And our broker at the time said, "You guys shouldn't be going to lunch together. You should be going to lunch with potential clients." And 23 years later, I beg to differ. There is no better people than to hang out with than people in your own path, such as realtors, lenders, title reps, because we work together, we do deals together. There is no better people to rub shoulders with than somebody that's going to be on the other end of your deal. That's what brings women's council so much value, is the networking. I've done a lot of things this year to create a vibe. When I say it's definitely we. We're a board of 10, and I wouldn't be who I am without my other 9 members. But we've created what I call the vibe of the tribe. We hold events that now they're not so much just for the person that's getting recognized or the people that are getting recognized. It's for the group of people that are in attendance. And what I mean by that is, am I still on, Rick? I see a little pause.
Yes, you are. No, you're good.
Okay.
No,
We just held an event called the Top 25 Women in Real Estate. And normally it's, let's go buy a prom dress and the men buy a tuxedo or wear a tuxedo they've had in their closet for 20 years. Let's have some cold prime rib and let's cheer for the people that are winning, because chances are we know them. But for those of us in the audience, it's boring. That's not the case this year. For starters, I had you, as you know, Rick,
Mhm.
he was our opening act. He played rock and roll for a solid hour, and I got the most compliments from this event because of Rick. And if you haven't heard Rick play, you're missing out. Hopefully, one of these Facebook Lives, he'll just jam for an hour because it's
Hey,
worth hearing him.
Paul, great
So
idea.
we had Rick open up. I've had events where I've had um, burlesque dancers. I had an event where it was a circus theme, my installation where I had strongmen and the real bearded lady from Las Vegas, psychics and palm readers roaming the crowd. At the event that Rick just played at Top 25, I had martini luges where you could walk up and the vodka flew through the ice and you could have a freshly craft made martini. My goal this year as the president was to listen to the members. What are the members looking for? And they wanted to be included. And I wanted to create an inclusive group. And I think I've done a really good job. And I keep saying but really the 10 of us have done an amazing job at creating an organization that everybody wants to be a part of. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, I was very fortunate to be at the. I don't know if you heard me when I was playing. I said last time I was here, there were women taking their clothes off and up front. If you guys wanted to do that again, I would not stop you. I don't know if you remember that. But
They
no,
were
you guys.
burlesque dancers.
Yeah, they were burlesque dancers. That's what yeah. HR friendly. But no, you guys, I mean, when I say you guys, like I said, your board and all the women's council, you guys, when I go to that event, I know I'm at that event because it's different than any other LVR type thing that we go to, because you guys mix the business and you have a lot of fun doing it. And that's why there was like 300 people there when I played. 300 people.
Yeah, there were actually, I sold out at 250, and at the last second, we added an additional 6 tables of 10. So we were at 310, and then I'm like, I'm done. I don't have enough centerpieces. Let's stop. I really could have filled the room with 500 people. And that's unheard of at events like this. Normally, you're on the phone cold calling people, basically, hi, will you come to our event? Hi, will you come to our event? I charge the most that's ever been charged, $150 per ticket, but you get $150 worth of value. So our
Sure.
next event is at the Mob Museum. I've rented out the Mob Museum here in Las Vegas. And if you're a member, unfortunately, it's only for members. It's a free appreciation event, but it's 1920s theme. I love a theme.
You do.
We are going to have a private viewing of the museum. And then from 7 to 10, we're going downstairs to the speakeasy and we're going to drink the night away and network.
The speakeasy where they have, all kinds of running grain alcohol and everything down there. It's like a real speakeasy. And I'm just going to say this. If you live in Las Vegas or you're a realtor or what, and you haven't been to the Mob Museum, that is a gem of a place to go to. It really is.
Well, let's talk about that because, listen, you've all heard me talk about real estate. Let's talk about some gems, not
Yeah.
just the Mob Museum. If you live in Vegas and you haven't been to the Italian American Club, you're missing out. It's amazing. Have you been to the Italian American Club, Rick?
I have not, but it's, where is it?
We're going together. The
Okay, cool.
Italian American Club, you would never think that this club existed. It's almost in its own commercial center, just east of Sahara. I'm sorry, just east of Eastern on Sahara. And it's After
Okay.
10 o'clock, all of the acts that are the old mob style acts come in and sing. We have Frank Shinta, we have Zoe Bowie, and they come in just out of courtesy of the owner of the Italian American Club. It is amazing. So, the Italian American Club, guys, I'm not pitching, they don't pay me anything. If you haven't been there, visit the Italian American Club. If you haven't visited Michael's in the South Point Hotel and Casino, you're missing out. The best restaurant, in my opinion, in all of Las Vegas. Old style cooking, things prepared at the table, 6 and 7, people waiting on you, while you're waiting, while you're eating dinner. There's somebody brushing off crumbs and refreshing your ice and putting a bib on you if you're having lobster. And it's just, there's so much to do in Las Vegas. I could go out 7 nights a week and still have things to do after a 10-year period.
So true. So true. And none of them are boring. They're all top notch, just like your events are top notch. I remember the women, the top 25 women. I mean, those women that were like dressed as champagne fountains. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, these girls like to party.
So we had girls in huge iron dresses, and within the iron dresses were cup holders for champagne flutes, and we kept the champagne flowing. So when you entered the event, not only did you get to hear Rick for an hour, but you got free champagne. You saw the martini luges. They're a lot of fun, and it's going to continue to be fun. The next president, Allison Wax, who used to work for Prudential, she is my incoming president. She's going to carry on the vibe. So for
Nice.
those of you, men and women, who aren't or haven't gone to a women's council event, I encourage you to do so. It's not just for women, and the networking is priceless. Please do yourself a favor and come to one of our events. And if you don't know how to get invited to our event, contact me directly. I would be happy to send you an invitation, to clue you in on what's going on, send you a list of our events. But it's going to be good. It's going to be a really good network, at least for the next 5 years. So,
well, I've been to a few recently, and they've all been great. And when you told me, no, remember, because I tried to talk you out of it. I'm like, I'm not sure if you guys want a classic rock hour. I'll do like 14 songs, and you're like, no, that's exactly what we want. The time, and then the people were singing along. I was like, wow, this group knows the music I'm playing too, which was great. It was a lot of fun.
People didn't want you to leave, Rick. As a matter of fact, when you left, it's like, is he coming back? So
well,
thank you for that.
Played for. I don't know if I gave you a hug when I left, but when I got off, I was drenched, like soaking wet, drenched. So I had to get out of there, go home, take a shower.
In a t-shirt, you're hot when you're drenched. So
oh well, thank you. well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Especially at a women's council, I like the numbers there. I was outnumbered, 7-1, which is a good number to be outnumbered by.
Actually, the men appreciated you just as much as the women, Rick.
Yes, I know. You have a bunch, and you have, like you said, 30% of your membership is men, which is great. That's a lot. That's gone up in the last few years, hasn't it?
My goal this year was to increase it from 10 to 20%, and we've doubled it. And okay, so this is a really good example. We're having and I haven't asked you about this yet, but I will. We're having an event in October called Bras for a Cause. And every year we beg men to put on a bra for charity. They decorate it however they want. The money goes to an amazing cancer charity, women and men who've been affected with breast cancer. They go on vacation together, and that's what this charity is. We send them on vacation. So in the past, it's please, 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 what can I do for you? I'll do whatever you want. Please model for us. Not this year. This year I have 35 models, and people are still calling me to ask to be a model.
Wow.
So in October, we're going to have the event called Bras for a Cause. It's going to be at a true venue, with a real stage and professional music and professional lighting. And we're hoping to raise about $50,000. So
Nice.
I will keep Berkshire Hathaway and its agents apprised of what's going on, so you guys can donate if you so choose to, or just watch, or just come, because it's going to be another fantastic Women's Council event.
That sounds awesome. And it's Bras for a Cause, right?
Yeah. Do you own a bra?
I do, not that I would mention in public, but I may or may not.
Decorate it for charity.
I would definitely consider that. Definitely. I see them everywhere. Carlos has a whole bunch downstairs, so I know that been talking about it here.
Carlos and Aldo wore their bras very well.
And so did who was it? Andrew here, Andrew Kozlowski. I don't know if you heard that, but he wore his quite proudly as well. I'm just saying.
Andy and Andrew did wear a bra, and we raised a lot of money that year. Berkshire Hathaway really came to the table. I was only on the board at the time. I think I was program and events director, but the outpouring amount of support that I got from Berkshire Hathaway that year was huge. Every year it's huge. Berkshire Hathaway guys, I know I'm preaching to the choir right now, but I am so fortunate that I work for a company that supports one another and the agents support each other. And a show of that is Rick not charging a fee for him to come play for an hour because it was for charity. I am blessed beyond belief every day that I get to come to work at Berkshire Hathaway. And that is certainly not a plug. That is from the bottom of my heart. It's the truth.
We can tell that for sure. And I feel the same way. I've been here 8 years now, and I know you've been here longer. And you have one of the most awesome, craziest brokers on the planet with Aldo Martinez.
I do. We do.
When I say crazy, I mean
Aldo's
awesomely
amazing. Crazy.
Yes, he is definitely. He was there screaming as louder than anybody, which was great. So he's always a big contributor to that as well.
You should have seen it when the burlesque dancers were dancing.
Oh, no, I was there for that too.
Him and Mark Stark, I'd like to say, probably had more fun than all of us put together.
There were times it was embarrassing, yes.
No, it was another, you know what? It's just another reason why I love working where I work, and the support that I get is phenomenal. So thanks again, Rick.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it, babe.
Thank you. Okay, well, and I love talking about what we just talked about. In addition, since we are talking about real estate, give them a couple tips. I know the market is starting to change. You're an agent that wants to maximize this market. What would you tell them the few things to focus on right now?
This is what I'm telling my clients personally. If you're thinking of listing, list now. The market is changing a bit. I just did an article for, well, it was a little blurb, not an article, for the Review Journal. And the reporter asked me, the reporter said to me, so new home builders are saying that the market's changing and it's just becoming, it's just the bubble's bursting. And I said, well, first of all, if that were really the truth, new home builders would be co-oping or raising their co-op to a normal percent. So we know that's not true.
Right.
And secondly, yeah, it's changed a bit. I put a home on the market on a Wednesday and it took till Sunday to sell. So it took 5 days to sell versus 5 minutes. Our market is still hot. Don't anybody turn in your license and think our market, oh my God, it's going to crash because the interest rates are going up. Guys, our market is still flourishing. And the truth be told, it needs to calm down a little bit. It's not fun to sell in this market. It's not fun to be a buyer's agent. We need a little bit more inventory. We need some more fairness so that the investors aren't buying everything up before first-time home buyers get a chance. That's the market that we all flourish in and we all love. So thank you, Jesus, for the market correcting itself just a bit. Just a bit, though.
Thank you, Jesus. No, I agree 100%.
Thank you, Jesus.
Anyway, get an amen.
I'm sorry, I cut you off, but if you want to do anything right now, the sellers that think they want to hold off to sell, have them list now, because if the interest rates go up any further, there's going to be an influx there. If a moratorium or if anything's passed regarding rent control, a lot of these big conglomerates that have been buying everything up, maybe they'll start getting rid of a few things. And if they do, there's not going to be as much supply and demand. So get your sellers to list now and explain to them why. If those big corporations start selling off any of that inventory that they've collected over the last few years, we're going to have plenty of inventory on the market, which means your sellers probably won't get as much for their house. So tell them to list now.
Right. I agree with you. So all those people that have been waiting for the top, it's like a 747 that's leveled off. It's not going to go down, but I think it's maybe leveled off. It's going to stay consistent. If we went back to what was normal for Las Vegas, 3 to 5% appreciation, I think that would be good. But you're right.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, wouldn't it? And the people that have lost out, they have chances now to get properties because the inventory's ticking up a little bit. I mean, it's still nowhere's near a level market. It's still a really good seller's market, but it's definitely, the inventory has climbed to where people, if you put your home on the market, or you can, where you can go, you can pick something out, right? All of that's coming back, so you can definitely accomplish that.
Yeah, but listen, don't be afraid to network, because it's the people who you meet at the events that I throw that
Yep.
possibly will be on the other end of the other side of your deal and will make it happen. So you guys network your butts off. Don't listen to anybody that says don't hang out with realtors. Absolutely. Doesn't mean you have to hang out every week, every night of the week. Go to an event once a month. Get to know the population of the population of the realtors in our community. Get
Hmm.
to know the people you're rubbing shoulders with. It makes your deals go so much smoother, and it makes them happen. Let's face it
Yes.
makes them happen.
Makes it happen. So make sure your net is working. Networking. Right, there you
Yes.
go.
Networking.
All right, Bobbie, I really want to say thank you. Any final words you want to leave these lovely people today?
No, contact me directly, guys. 702-604-5478. If you want to learn more about Women's Council, I am a plethora of information and I would love to share it with you. Involved in something, just get involved. That's
And
all.
it's really invigorating to see the enthusiasm and energy that you and all your. I mean, I love when you guys do the little like your pictures and the description and you introduce them all. It's really cool. You guys do a great job.
Thank
It's
you.
really professional and it's fun, professional and fun, which is a great combination. Keep up the great work, Bobbie. Thank you for your time
Thank
today.
you, everybody. Have a good week.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.